With the announcement of Minion Land, it can be a little confusing. What is involved? Where's the food? What is good to eat? How does operations work? And just where is this located? Well, in this video, we are going to give you a guide to show you pretty much almost everything that is involved in Minion Land. First up, Minion Land actually has 2 attractions, 3 merch stores, as well as 3 food type of booths. And you also have 1 dining establishment, as well as there is 1 entertainment / meet and greet area. But to get to Minions Land, first you gotta head over to Universal Studios Florida.
Minion Mayhem, which is a motion simulator ride. They do have stationary seats, so in case you don't like motion, you don't have to have it moved. You can sit in the front and still enjoy the show.
Into Minions. At first there were a few minor snags, and a few major snags.
So do note, if you want to do this attraction, I would suggest doing it as soon as you walk into the park to avoid this crowd later, because it's here all day.
Now, upon leaving Minion Mayhem, you will find sort of this open disco dancing type of area. Then you head into super silly fun stuff store, where you're gonna find a tons of Minion stuff related, plushies, shirts, everything relating to Minions. This is where you're gonna find a lot of that merch.
Then to the right you have VillaCon, which is the other sort of Minion related attraction that's going to be opening very, very soon. By the time you're watching this, maybe it's already open.
Now, VillaCon Minion Blast is a first of its kind attraction combining a shooter-based type of game, a moving walkway, and very large screens. And from what I've been told, the guns are a little bit heavy, but it's a fun, unique experience, and actually the first of its kind attraction using multiple elements throughout the seasons and throughout the year to keep you coming back, because certain things are added, and it also keeps track of your score, making it a fun, repeatable ride that you can do throughout the year. Now, along the ride entrance, there's actually a hidden photo op beyond that wall right there that is really cool. And then beyond that, you actually have some cutout photo ops with the Vicious 6 characters, which is pretty fun. You can walk around there and take your pictures with your families and stuff, and look at all the posters, because those are unique and funny as well. And then up ahead, we actually have the merch shop for the VillaCon Minion Blast. Now, inside this shop, you will actually find a lot of exclusive stuff to this ride. You're not just going to find the generic Minion Gru stuff. In fact, you don't see Gru at all throughout this attraction, as well as the merch inside. There's various t-shirts, there's stuff for VillaCon, there's stuff for the evil purple minion. So it's just a wide variety of different cups, shirts, lanyards.
So right next to VillaCon is going to be Illumination Theater, where you can meet different Illumination characters. There's actually one right there right now, just kind of waiting for everybody to come over.
Now, with Illumination Theater, it's much more than just a simple meet and greet. All the characters usually come out and do a pre-show before they start their meet and greet, so it's kind of a 2-for-1. And most of the characters that you do meet are from the Illumination universe. So it could be Sing characters, it could be minions, it could be Gru, it could be all types, and I'm sure this will be updated over time. Now, normally when the park opens, they usually have a character out meet and greeting right at the start of the day, and then throughout the day, sometimes, at least as far as the soft opening of Minion Land, this area will close down rather early. So if you want to meet any of these characters, I suggest you get there at least at the start of the day, or at least during sort of midday.
To the left of that, you actually have Bake My Day, which features different kind of snacks, some exclusive merch inside. Then as you move down Minion Avenue, as I like to coin it, you have Freeze Ray Pops, which is going to be frozen popsicles.
And here we are with Freeze Ray Pops, a snack booth that always has a line because it's hot here in Florida, like extremely, extremely hot. And these are not your normal popsicles. They're very soft and you can just eat them really quick. It's not like a popsicle that takes you a while. And do note that they do have special flavors. Some of them will sell out and they won't get them back in depending on the time. And sometimes they will pop back in. As you can see, they were kind of running empty towards the end of the night and they didn't really have very many of the flavors. And earlier in the day when I went, they just were out of certain ones. They do make them rather quickly, but it just takes some time for them to make them from the kitchen and bring them out. The Minion one I enjoyed it. I tried the blueberry lemonade. I like that one. Cotton candy, I stay away from that one. It's not good. But they will melt because it's so hot here in Florida. They will melt in your hand like rather quickly. If you don't start eating it immediately, they will start dripping all over your hand. So that's just a fair warning. And yes, you can use a pass holder discount at Freeze Ray Pops.
Here you have the Bank of Evil, which I thought it was an attraction, but it's not. It's just a photo op. Then you have some more signage, and then you actually come almost to the end of Minion Land, which is the Minion Cafe. Now, to note about Minion Cafe is there's actually seating in the courtyard. So if you don't want to go inside and wait, you can actually just go out of here. It is really hot though in summer. Although they have these fans on, they're not doing really anything. As far as the operations, this is where you're going to be waiting in this line. As you notice, this little sort of walkway where you're going to be waiting in line to get inside depending on how busy it is. Minion Cafe opens at 10:30. Now, in case you're seating outside and you're wondering how this is work and you've never been to Universal, on the table itself it's an actual QR code. You're going to just sit down, place your order by the Universal app. Make sure you have the app. You're just going to tell it the number and they're going to bring out the food to your table. Now, I do recommend that you do line up here early. It gets really, really packed over here. The restaurant fills up especially if it's a cloudy, rainy day, it's going to fill up even more because people want to wait inside. So I do recommend, if you want to eat here, get here early, maybe like right before 10:30, like 10 o'clock at best, and wait. It's well worth it. Unless you come later in the day, then it probably thins out. But this restaurant is really, really popular. So as you walk in and you take to a right, there is a place where you can actually place an order in case you do not have a card or you can't use the mobile app.
And let's take a look at the Universal app and mobile ordering. Now, to note that there are two separate sections. There is one for dining in the cafe. There is one for the mobile pickup. Please note which one you do because it can get a little hectic if you choose the wrong one. Now, look at the menu. There's a wide variety of different choices, some vegan, some vegetarian, some pizza, chicken. Even the kids' meals are great to order like 2 of those if you just want to kind of just be creative. There's soup. There's actually a courtesy cup of water, and that's the first time I've actually ever seen that on the app itself. Also to note, if you are doing pickup, there are certain items that are not going to be included in that, aka like the salmon or the soup. And if you're going to do mobile pickup, you're going to head to the window next to Freeze Ray Pops. That is where you pick up your food. Now, the restaurant itself is split up between 3 different sections. You have the main sort of section, which is like the cafeteria, and then you have the Minion break room, and then you have sort of the art pet rock room. Do note, if you want to kind of really check out the restaurant, I would go in really, really early, like when they open at 10:30, where it's not busy and you can walk around and look at everything and not feel awkward to look or take pictures while people are sitting at the tables eating. Because there's a lot to see in this restaurant, a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of little like Minion jokes and things. And what you're looking at right now is the break room, which is my favorite area of Minion Cafe, because there's just so much to look at, so many little details that went into the restaurant itself. Now, while Minion Land is in a soft opening, that really affects the operations, because at one point the Minion Tots were not on there for a little while, and then they just miraculously came back. And as well as with the drinks, because right now what I'm seeing is the antidote, what you're looking at, is the only drink that is listed on the menu. Now that could change because they get more supplies in for the other purple drink, or it could just be one of those situations. And if you're wondering, this is more like I would say a banana butter beer type of flavor, if you don't mind that. These are soda based sort of drinks. They're non-alcoholic. And you get to at least keep the cute cup. Now on to the other one, which is the PX41 Punch, which is the purple drink. Just be aware, this one does have Pop Rocks, and I don't particularly enjoy Pop Rocks, so this drink was a order and a skip for me. And I think one of the clear winners is the Pet Rock. I think if you like peanut butter and you want a really kind of funny dessert to just enjoy, and everyone really loves this, I haven't met a person that didn't enjoy the Pet Rock. I would order that one.
And our last step at Minion Land is where you get that fresh banana popcorn. It's here at the Banana popcorn stand. They actually feature different stuff just besides the popcorn. You can actually get specialty drinks, popcorn buckets. You can get the antidote and the PXP41 Punch, which are the 2 like Minion themed drinks. They also have some beers as well as soft drinks. So there you go. That is your conclusion of Minion Land.
Now on to one of the most talked about items is the banana popcorn. To me, it really just tastes like kettle corn more so than the banana. If you want to get this, I do recommend getting it when it's popped fresh and not when it's been sitting there, because it does have this sort of just a room temperature to it, and it doesn't taste great when it's room temperature. But if it is hot, then get it if you want to try it. And that was your guide to Minion Land. If you have any questions about it, leave it down below and I'll be sure to get you an answer for that. Where would you like us to go next to make a guide on? City Walk, Wizarding World? Leave that also down in the comment section. And while I still have you, check out this video to see what we thought about Minion Land and all the food that we tried.